Guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's update is going to be brief. Yesterday when I made the video we were trading somewhere around here in this wedge, and I said there are a few important things to note, and that is that a lot of times this wedge or this pattern does not get any backtest once you have the breakout. So that's exactly what happened. And I also said entire social media is looking at this right now. Usually when a lot of people are looking at something, then that scenario will not play out anymore. If you took the trade, then congratulations, but I really hope that you followed my advice by at least taking profits once we are taking out these lows. So there was then maximum 2 TPs. This low never got taken out because this low right here was slightly higher, so it got front run a little bit, but still you should have been able to get at least 2 take profits out of this. Alright, other than that, yeah, we just went sideways, then suddenly higher. I could not figure out if there was any news. Had nothing to do with the Ripple SEC case. That was a few hours earlier. And here to show you that the price action was a little bit ugly is also that here the point of control just got front run by these wicks. You did have a very local SFP here of these lows with this wick, but I was already asleep, so not a trade that I would have taken. Other than that, let me take this out. The trades from yesterday are still valid. That is a short from the weekly open in case you reach it. And then a long from the golden pocket and a long here once we are taking now the absolute lows. There are a few things I would like to change for the chart of today. First of all, we're going to take this out because we can now say this pattern is invalidated. One thing that I'm really liking right now, this setup, what I actually even like more than the wedge from yesterday, is that we are creating, or we are trading a little bit here in a channel, and you can also see that the upper line and the bottom line and even the center line is very much respected. I mean, look at these touch points here, here, then here it was resistance, then it was support again, here it is support, resistance, 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 over and over again. So very nice. So I'm really liking this channel. It's for me a little bit easier or better to trade because not a lot of people are looking at the channels. I know that for sure. Other than that, I would like to add 1 or 2 more possible trades, and one would be a long actually from taking out these lows, and that is then not the best trade because actually, yeah, you are taking a trade in the middle of the range. But it has very nice confluence, as you have seen earlier, with the point of control. So let's say we are going lower. Yes, you would then break the channel, but then we would bounce and take out these 2 lows and then eventually go higher. That would still be a trade that I will try to take, but I need to see something bullish. For example, a bullish divergence or maybe some bullish CVD. I want to see something at that level because, like I said, you're trading it exactly from midway of the range. You have this above you and this underneath, so that is not the strongest setup. Other than that, there's one more thing that I need to note for this short here at the weekly open. I also drew in a naked point of control. There's a daily naked point of control, and on top you also have the golden pocket. If you would cover the entire area, that is then quite big. I think you're talking about a bit more than 3%. Yep, almost 3%, very good. For me, that will be way too big. So I am very much interested in taking a short trade from this area, but I will play it locally, meaning that I will look at the charts, the candles, my confirmations to get into a trade, and then try to keep this stop loss so short as possible. Usually I like to do it somewhere between 0.5 and max 1%. Bigger than that I usually don't go, because then you really need to scale down your position size and your leverage and everything. So that's then usually not such a good risk to reward anymore. So then I'm looking at smaller time frames, 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 1 minute, to eventually get into a trade. That is pretty much it. So now we have 3 longs. One is taking out these lows, point of control, starting off from approximately 54,500, but again, not my preferred scenario. Then we have the golden pocket. That one is already much better. That is from 52,653 to approximately 52,000. And then we have an S&P of taking out those lows. Don't think we'll get there anytime soon. And then of course we have this trade here on top, very much depending on local price action. Yeah, New York Open is going to decide what we're going to do, if we're going to push higher or not. One last thing that has brought to my attention, and that is that we have these highs right here all the way from the top. This could be one very big squeeze. Now I'm not saying once we reach a certain level, boom, we're going all the way up and we're taking out the all-time high. However, you need to pay attention that you could see very weak, a very strange fast price action to the upside if price starts breaking higher. Some of the time frames on MarketSive are clearing up, but I'm staying very cautious, so I'm playing it very locally. That's why I'm only giving you local trades. And if we eventually get into a long and it is a squeeze up, well, okay, then yippee-ki-yay, congratulations. But it's not something that you should count for at this moment, at this time. That will be it, guys, for today. If you like the content, please do me a favor, like, subscribe, click the bell, click on all so you don't miss anything. Leave me a comment, share this video with your friends if you think it's useful. Also feel free to follow me on Twitter and Instagram, both those links you find in the description. And see you guys very soon again in the next one. Bye bye.